This is the God of the Old Testament, the one who stands with those whose backs are against the wall, those who are vulnerable, those who are marginalized. This is the God who says in Isaiah 61, I, Yahweh, love justice. I wish more of us could know and love this God rather than the one who is caricatured in the Old Testament, the one who just punishes every small wrongdoing unless you beg for forgiveness, or the one who's just waiting for you to fail, or the one who is capricious and unpredictable and inconsistent, or the one who just doesn't care all that much about what goes on down here. So you don't have to twist my arm to love a liberating God, to love a just God, to love a God who defends the vulnerable and the immigrant. That's the God I want to believe in. That's the God I need to call on in these days. When I look at pictures of Haitian migrants being whipped by Border Patrol officers on horseback, or the growing economic inequality that leaves so many scrambling while a few live in luxury, a stolen luxury, or this continuing selfish prioritization of one's own rights and privileges over the lives and livelihoods of others, whether it relates to COVID or the climate crisis. And this God is revealed even more clearly in the New Testament, in the person of Jesus Christ. In John 14, Jesus said, whoever has seen me has seen the Father, referring to Yahweh. And in Colossians, the Apostle Paul wrote, in Jesus, all of the fullness of God was pleased to dwell. All of the fullness of God was pleased to dwell. If we want to know who God is, we can look at God's actions in the Old Testament, God's liberating and rescuing acts. But we see God most clearly in the person of Jesus, in his life and his death and his resurrection. What Jesus is like is what God is like. Okay? What Jesus is like is what God is like. The one who preached good news to the poor, who welcomed sinners, ate with outcasts, who healed the untouchable, who called out hypocrisy, who confronted injustice, who loved with his entire being, even to death on a cross, so that we might have life. The God who was revealed most clearly in the Old Testament, in the liberation and deliverance of the people of Israel from slavery in Egypt, was revealed even more clearly in the New Testament, in the liberation and deliverance of all creation from slavery to sin and death, and all that through Jesus Christ.